All right, well, I forgot to show you the blasting process. I think I did some pictures or something, but I don't remember. Anyways, I did get it together. It is stuck in there, or stuffed in there, and the wheels are working fine. Got all the weight on them, and we got space here, so that's perfect. Now, see the other side, it got space, so those wheels are definitely working. What we're doing now is oh, right here it is. Jacking up the flange right here. See the space I got? And that's the back part. So I'm fixing to put the wheels in. I gotta put these pieces in, which go in the back all the way back there, and these are the stops that keep the trailer from coming out. There's the other one over there, so fix to put them in, and then this is the roller assembly right here. Take that off. Fix to clean that up. Put these in. Put these wheels back together. Bolt it up. So we're not drilling any of these because they're easy to get to. Just pop them out, grease them, do whatever, put them back together. That was too much trouble trying to modify this thing. So we're just going to leave it alone. Pins are fine, wheels are fine. Like I said, no bushings and none of this shit. It's crazy. But they do need grease, so we're going to put grease on them. Alright, let's see if we can get these little pieces in. Alright, let's go, baby. And now, this is the back section. We gotta stick them down in there. Let's put them in backwards. Alright, we'll put this down. Okay, the bolts are in. Let's tighten it up. Alright. We in. Alright. Now the other side. I got one little problem. This bitch is too tight. The flange is a little too narrow. I got plenty of space over here, so basically the frame is twisted just a little bit. So it ain't nothing. I just gotta swing the front over a little bit. We'll get it. Well, here's the back piece, and I actually was supposed to paint this before I went back in there and screwed around with that other piece, putting them stops in, because I wanted to get this thing to dry before I got ready to put that in. But I mean, it is what it is. Let me get this done real quick, and we can get that baby mounted up, and get this thing over with. I want to tighten this damn thing up and get it rolling. Alright, we'll let that dry. Put the wheels in it. Wheels go in here and they ride right here, and they keep the back of the trailer up off the frame. So don't look too bad. Let's go. So get me 2 jacks under here. I'll crawl up under here. The reason I put these jacks in here is to jack the inside frame rail up. And I'll tell you why here. Because I needed this space right here. So when I put my wheels in, I need to relax this whole assembly so it goes down as far as it can go. I still have some space up there. I still have a little bit up here. So once I put the weight on here, it's gonna do a little bit of tension twist there. Anyways, decided to put these wheels on. I was gonna put them on after I put this in. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this loose, stick the wheels back on, grease them up, and then put the assembly together. So let's see what that happens. I had to go back to the store there, get some bolts because I didn't account for this thickness here. So I got plenty of bolts sticking out now. Before all I had was this. Well, I mean, that'll tighten up more, but they got that. But I needed both of these 4 corners. I don't know why I didn't see that, but I thought all the bolts were the same, but I don't know. Because here's the old ones. And they're the same as these right here, same length. So I don't know how I missed that. Nevertheless, let's see what happens here. All right, well, I was gonna turn these around, have them on this side, these pins, so that we could pop them off, slide the pins out, and grease them again and stick them back in, but it won't allow it. There's not enough tolerance for it. I can't flip these rings back down. So I gotta do it, but listen, look at that bad boy. Nice and smooth. Look at that. I got grease in it. That's the only problem we're gonna have is getting grease into that. And the real way to do it is to disassemble it. And I'd hate to have to unbolt this whole assembly just to grease the damn wheels. It just don't make sense. It don't make sense, man. I don't know who designed this shit. Now let me get the other side on. I keep learning new shit. This bolt. All clear. Because of that thing. You little fucker. So now I gotta pull this bracket loose again. Move this side out. Let it come in and slide it on through that damn bolt right there. Jesus. Ah, man, what a bastard that was. So, under here, it's level with the bottom of the frame rail. And there's the drop. But you can see way down there that the frame sags a little. So my point I'm trying to make is it's not going to keep it off the frame. It's going to keep the back of the frame. This part right here. It's going to keep it from gouging into there. So that's rolling pretty good. So I get these bolts, nuts and bolts tight, which this was the last one I had to get in, and it was a son of a bitch. I don't know if you can notice the threads there, so I'm going to battle with that one. And let me show you the back side real quick. Alright, it's the back side. Before, these supports were in here. I added them in on both sides because none of this was supported. And when these stops, which are on the other side of the frame, when they pulled them out, they smashed up against the other ones and caused this metal to collapse. And it buckled in big time. It fucked it all up. So we had cut it out to there, took all this metal out, added that new metal in, re-drilled all these holes, had to straighten this plate out because it was twisted and bent, and put these stiffeners in. I don't know if that's 100% answer, but it sure can't hurt. It's got to help somehow. But it's in there. Fixing to take the jacks off and try this thing out. Be right back. All right, brother. All the bolts tight. Everything's nice and loose. These wheels were locked up tighter than hell. I had to heat them and put them in a press. Press them out. They were real. They were a real motherfucker. I can tell you that right now. Everything's nice and tight. So now I'll pull them jacks down, let it sit, and we should have a sliding rail with no problem now. Let's get on over here. All right. I do want to tell you something. This jack and that jack, both the same weight, carry the same pressure, same load. It's 20 ton, that's 20 ton. Of course, you can see the name difference. While I was pumping these jacks, this one was softer. It was a lot softer. This one, not that it was bad, it still worked fine, but there was definitely a difference in these plungers. This plunger was softer than that one. This one was harder. So I don't know if that matters or what the story is. They both work just as fine. Just I noticed that the levers were a lot stiffer on this one than they were on that one. So you tell me. Let's see if that. Yeah, we're holding them up. Yeah, this one's holding it up too. Yeah. So, of course, that wheel's sitting in. This one's sitting out. That's got nothing to do with anything other than the whole assembly is just a little twisted in there. But it has to have a certain amount of slop, so you're going to get that either way. Now let's see what happens. Should work. All right, get all these tools out of the way. And then we're gonna try it out. All right, I got everything cleaned up. Pretty much. I mean, I gotta sweep it still. But the this thing here was holding the trailer. It's not holding it no more. I wonder why. Okay, that's a good sign. We got space. That's great. That's perfect. We got space over there. That means these guys are gonna do their job. We cut new wheels for that and new pins. Well, not new pins, old pins, but we cut new wheels for it. So that should roll pretty good. I'm gonna fire this thing up real quick and see how easy it goes in and out. And we get, I gotta put this assembly together on the other side because I had to tear it apart. That was the webbing. We had to take all that out on the other side. So I'll hook the pin and stuff back up, get that fired up. But after we get all that done, we got a big job coming up. We need the trailer, and then we'll come back in here and get this thing painted up and make it look beautiful. Probably gonna take the torch and cut all these damn things out. I don't know what they were for. Somebody had them made for something, but they're everywhere. So let's see what happens. All right, well, this is the first try. Well, closed all the way up. Still got space. Looking good. Let's see what we got under here. Looks good. I think we're in business. Well, we're done with this part right here. Now, we'll get back to this other part right here and get these pins back in, and then we'll be ready to roll. Yep, that side. Just walk around here real quick. Get these pins put in right here. Yeah, stick that pin in right there, get the lever arm on. The lever there, this piece right here. That piece, and that piece. And then we should be good to go. Let's rock this thing, man. Finally. Woo-wee! Alright, we're about to close this deal up. got this one little spring I gotta put on right here. That hook's way down there. And then a little bit of wire damage here. I'll tighten that up. On the other side, get everything mounted. So, only thing I do is got to put some mounts up in the corners for these springs. This is all hooked up. I can't hook that up until we get the air to it. Now, right here, not this piece of metal, but I'm gonna put a piece of flat bar in here. It's gonna swing over and fall against that metal right there to hold this pin out. It's gonna be a lockout pin. They didn't have it on here, but they had some type of air mechanism, and when you release the air, it's supposed to hold it out with the pressure, but it always leaked down, so I'll show you what I did on the other side. I flipped this air switch, loaded the cylinder up, pushed it out, and then I put this block of wood in there, and that held it out until we got adjusted and all that shit. So basically I'm going to place this wood with a drop bar right here. That's going to be mounted all the time so anybody can use it, and that'll be it. I should be ready to roll. Should tighten that up tomorrow. I'm gonna put a couple of new rollers on here too while I'm at it. I might hang one right here, I don't know. Depends on whether or not it gets in the way. But that's the end of this here. Almost to close this deal up, man. I'll be glad to get it out of the shop. I'll actually be glad to get it back again and get all this stuff taken care of, all this nastiness. See all that shit? Get all that crap done. There's a bunch of wiring issue right there. All that's got to be done. This side ain't too bad, but it needs to be. Yeah, it's messed up. We'll cut this all out, put another plate in here. And like I said earlier, see all this garbage here. Like I said earlier, I want to really take these out. They're just, we don't use them. They're not there for no other reason than whoever had it before. And there's not even any in here. It's up here again. I don't know what they hauled with it. Anybody knows, you can tell me. I don't care. But they had them in there for some reason. Anyways, I'm going to cut them all out when I get ready to blast this thing and fix all the lights and stuff. Alright, man. Tomorrow, another day. We'll get this thing tightened up down underneath there. Get it functionable. And this will be ready to use again. Alright, that's all I got. Talk to you later.